Welcome to today's deep dive into one of the most fascinating and underestimated aspects of human health, the gut. I am Dr. Victoria Munoz, and welcome back to the channel. In recent years, research in gastroenterology, microbiology, and immunology has revealed that the gastrointestinal system is not just a digestive organ. It's an immune powerhouse, a chemical factory, and even a key influencer of brain health. Today, we'll explore how processed foods and refined sugar negatively affect gut function, what leaky gut really means from a medical standpoint, and how disturbances in intestinal health are linked to chronic diseases ranging from metabolic syndrome to autoimmune disorders. The human gastrointestinal tract is a complex ecosystem. It harbors trillions of microorganisms, collectively called the gut microbiota. These bacteria, fungi, and even viruses play critical roles in nutrient absorption, metabolism, and immune regulation. The gut lining itself is only about a single cell layer thick. This layer, composed of intestinal epithelial cells, serves as a barrier, selectively allowing nutrients to pass into the bloodstream while blocking pathogens and toxins. Surrounding this lining is the gut-associated lymphoid tissue, or GALT, which contains nearly 70% of the body's immune cells. This makes the gut one of the most immunologically active organs in the entire body. When the gut is in balance, the microbiota and immune system function in harmony. But when the balance is disturbed, the consequences ripple outward, impacting nearly every system in the body. One of the most significant disruptors of gut balance is the modern diet, particularly ultra-processed foods. These include packaged snacks, fast food, refined oils, and foods with artificial additives. Processed foods often lack dietary fiber, which is essential for feeding beneficial bacteria. Without fiber, gut microbes starve and their diversity declines. This is crucial because microbial diversity is strongly correlated with resilience against disease. The only exception to the fiber paradigm is consuming a carnivore or ketogenic diet, which we will discuss in another episode. Equally concerning are emulsifiers, preservatives, and artificial sweeteners found in processed foods. Studies show that compounds like carboxymethylcellulose and polysorbate 80 can alter the mucus layer of the intestines and promote low-grade inflammation. And then there's refined sugar. Excessive intake of glucose and fructose fuels the overgrowth of pathogenic bacteria and yeast, such as Candida albicans. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, shifts the microbiome away from a protective community and toward one that generates harmful metabolites, like lipopolysaccharides. Lipopolysaccharides, or LPS toxins, are fragments of bacterial cell walls. When they breach the intestinal barrier, they activate the immune system, causing systemic inflammation. This chronic inflammatory state is now recognized as a major driver of insulin resistance, obesity, and cardiovascular disease. The term leaky gut is often used in popular media, but in scientific literature, it is referred to as increased intestinal permeability. Here's what it means. The epithelial cells lining the gut are connected by structures called tight junctions. These act like gatekeepers, regulating what enters the bloodstream. When these junctions become compromised, molecules that normally should remain inside the intestines, like undigested food particles, bacterial toxins, and microbial fragments, can cross into systemic circulation. The immune system perceives these intruders as threats, leading to immune activation and chronic inflammation. Evidence links increased intestinal permeability to conditions such as inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, including Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, celiac disease triggered by gluten exposure, autoimmune disorders like type 1 diabetes and multiple sclerosis, and even neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The gut-brain axis plays a key role here. Once inflammatory cytokines are circulating in the blood, they can influence the central nervous system, altering mood, cognition, and even behavior. The link between gut dysfunction and chronic disease is now undeniable. Let's consider a few examples. 1. Metabolic syndrome. Dysbiosis and leaky gut allow LPS toxins to enter circulation, triggering insulin resistance. Over time, this contributes to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver disease. 2. Cardiovascular disease. Certain gut bacteria metabolize nutrients like choline and carnitine into trimethylamine N-oxide, or TMAO, which is strongly linked to atherosclerosis and heart attacks. 3. Autoimmune disorders. When intestinal permeability is high, the immune system becomes overexposed to antigens, increasing the risk of molecular mimicry and autoimmunity. 4th, neurological conditions. The gut-brain axis is bidirectional. Dysbiosis alters neurotransmitter production, such as serotonin and GABA, while chronic inflammation impairs neural function. This connection is being studied in disorders like depression, anxiety, autism spectrum disorder, and Parkinson's disease. This expanding field of research suggests that gut health is not merely about digestion, it is central to long-term disease prevention and vitality. So, what can be done to restore balance and resilience to the gut? Research points to several evidence-based strategies. 1. Increase fiber intake. Soluble fibers and resistant starches serve as prebiotics, feeding beneficial bacteria like bifidobacteria and lactobacilli. This fermentation process produces short-chain fatty acids such as butyrate, which strengthen the intestinal barrier and reduce inflammation. 2. Reduce processed foods and sugar, minimizing exposure to emulsifiers, artificial additives, and refined sugars decreases dysbiosis and inflammatory responses. 3. Consume fermented foods. Yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi introduce live microbes that enhance microbiota diversity. 4. Consider polyphenols. Plant compounds found in berries, green tea, and olive oil have antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects that support gut health. 5. Manage stress and sleep. Chronic stress and circadian disruption alter gut microbiota composition through hormonal pathways involving cortisol and melatonin. These strategies are not quick fixes, but long-term lifestyle commitments that can dramatically reduce the risk of chronic illness. The gut is more than just a digestive organ. It is a central hub of human health, immunity, and even mental well-being. Processed foods and excess sugar erode this delicate system, while leaky gut allows inflammatory pathways to spread throughout the body. By making informed choices, prioritizing whole foods, fiber, and microbial diversity, we can protect the gut, reduce the burden of chronic disease, and enhance overall resilience. Your health truly begins in the gut. Thank you for joining this journey into the science of gut health. If you found this valuable, consider sharing this video with someone who could benefit, and let's continue exploring the remarkable connections between lifestyle and lifelong health. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your ongoing support helps get the truth out about health to thousands of people. Feel free to leave a comment below as to how your gut health has affected your life. I am Dr. Victoria Munoz. Until next time, take care.